My name is Anup Singhal. I live in Delhi. I've been around the world from Australia to Japan, from France to America, all around the world. And I have tasted cuisines of all around the world, especially I preferred Chinese, Japanese, French, Italian cuisines. And I try to replicate those recipes out here with a little bit of twist to Indian taste, very little, and keep the originality of the dishes that are made in their countries, respective countries. So today we are trying to make Italian pasta with white sauce, and these are the ingredients we are going to use. We are going to use eschalots or red onions. We're going to use chopped garlic. We're going to use lots of mushrooms, finely chopped, and we are going to use only European ingredients. Green parsley. Normally we should use fresh parsley, but we don't have it here. We'll use oregano a little bit just to give it a taste, and also thyme. Thyme is a very fine herb, and it gives a twist to the recipes. So the only Indian taste we are trying to give it to this pasta is adding a few green chilies just to give it a little spicy touch, and we'll be using a little bit of Amul butter. It gives a very creamy texture, and Amul fresh cream, which gives again a very soft texture to your pasta. We'll be using fresh black pepper and sendha namak, or rock salt as we call it. We have put a little bit of Indian ghee or clarified butter so that our regular Amul butter doesn't burn when we throw a dice of butter into it. So first we will be putting in green chilies. And then we'll be putting loads of we'll let it simmer. So next we are going to put onions finely chopped into our ghee. We still have not put the butter into it. We are waiting for the onions to become a little brown or red, and then only we'll be putting butter into it. So look, our onions are getting cooked very nicely, but this time I'm putting butter into it right away with a pinch of salt, because that is as it helps the onions to become redder and cooked earlier, faster. I'm taking almost 3/4 of a butter, and here it goes, and I have put salt into it. And just for information, if you have 5 people, take 1 medium-sized onion for each person to make pasta. And as far as the mushrooms go, you take 3 full buckets, as usually they're selling around, or maybe 100 gram each, or 75 grams each for per person. That's it. So look how beautiful our onions look, and now I'm adding half a teaspoon of thyme into it, and next I'm adding a full spoon of parsley, full teaspoon of parsley, a little bit more, and I'm adding 1 full spoon of oregano at this point. That's it. So I've added a little bit more parsley into it. Approximately 3 full teaspoons of parsley has been used. We can use actually 1 teaspoon per person, because this is the main ingredient that will give the flour, aroma and the flavor to the dish. And at this point I'm adding my mushrooms, finely chopped, 750 75 grams per person. I'm making for 5 people, so it's 275 grams. Sorry, 325 grams. Here it goes. So once you've added the mushrooms, you give it a nice stir so that the oil or the ghee and the butter which is there touches the surface of each and every piece of mushroom. And with the heat, there is some water that's going to ooze out of the mushroom, and mushrooms and the rest of the curry or the sauce will cook in mushrooms' own juices. So here you can see I'm stirring them, and the mushroom juices are almost out. I'll just wait for the half of the juices to evaporate and let the mushrooms cook into it, and then I will be adding our cream, Amul cream, into it. You normally get a pack of 180 ml, so for 5 people 180 ml is quite nice. Do not overuse it because as of this recipe is already very rich, but once in a week we can always have and rejoice this recipe. So here you can look, the mushrooms have almost left all the juices, and look at the butter and the gravy which is coming up with parsley butter so far. In just 2 more minutes of cooking, I'll be adding cream and I'll show it to you. So here you can see the oil has come up, and this is the right time. It's been 7 to 8 minutes it's simmered in the butter and the ghee with all the ingredients, that is parsley, thyme and oregano. And now I'm adding the cream. See, here we go. So here we are almost done. I've added the cream. It's been 2 minutes and it is simmered. And look at all the ghee and the butter that has come above as it's been simmering for 5-7 minutes. So here we are giving the final touches to the gravy we have made for the pasta. And the second Indian twist, apart from the green chilies, is a pinch of or maybe half teaspoon of garam masala, freshly grounded garam masala. And this will be these are the only 2 things we are adding into it, other than the original recipe that I have tried all around the world, especially in Italy and France. So we are done, and I'm going to mix this pasta which is pre-done. And the only important thing about the pasta, you always buy Italian pasta that is very much available in all the Kirana stores or general stores. And you always, when you're cooking, boil the water very hot, pour in a handsome amount of salt into it and a dice of butter so that they don't stick to each other. You can see all of them are separate, and that's the cook's advice. And now I'm going to mix all the pasta into it, and we are done. So here our pasta is ready with white sauce, mushrooms and European ingredients. To give it a twist, I've just added green chili and a little bit of garam masala. That's it. And otherwise, this is the original recipe from Italy. Here's our delicious pasta ready to be consumed, and we have chosen a drink for it. We will be drinking Sula Brut champagne with this one. Normally champagne is used as aperitif, but there was a dearth of wine in Delhi, so we are just trying to use this one, and we'll enjoy our pasta. Please like, share and subscribe and comment if you like the recipe, and do try. The main reason to cook this recipe is to have enough of B12 in our diet, which is lacking in Hindu vegetarian diet. Thank you. Enjoy.